Hi, this is Amish Agarwal. I'm an advocate. I practice law in Delhi. Whenever I come to this place, whenever I pass this area, I am reminded of exactly why there are, criminal defense councils like me who exist, and even otherwise from the complainant side. We, as lawyers, we have to be the vanguards against police injustice, because of course the legislature gives a lot of power to the protectors, the police, to ensure that crime is at an all-time low. However, this place is a prime example of what happens when the police goes astray, which happens quite often. Around the same time last year, there was a huge fight between lawyers and the police. A lot of people say that the lawyers who were involved were quite to blame as well. But I cannot imagine any situation where the trained law enforcement agency of the country will want to fight lawyers in a court complex if for no other reason than for their ego. The recent Supreme Court judgment, which mandated that every single police station in the country must have 24-hour CCTV surveillance, is of course very welcome. But my apprehension is that orders similar to this one were passed about 2 years ago as well. We've all been waiting very, very patiently for some outcome, but we understand that these gentlemen out there, they will try their level best to ensure their autonomy when doing investigation, because they say that if you hamper our ability to investigate into offences, then we will not be able to ensure that justice is done. From experience, I can say, from experience, any criminal lawyer that you will ever talk to will tell you about how arbitrary the police always is. And of course the directions are there in the Supreme Court judgment, you can go and read them. But the reason why they are so important is something that a lot of people don't really know about, except the judges of the country, the lawyers, and of course the decent sized portion of the country which has gone through, which has been subjected to what these people out here in the khaki do. And what they do is brutal torture, fudging of facts, fudging of statements. Every possible thing that you can imagine going wrong will go wrong in your case, because the investigating officer in your case mandates so. I am very, very harsh with the police. I do have to say that I do call them evil. In the right sense, I call them evil. But of course, I will also have to concede and say that they are a necessary evil. Because if you don't have this necessary evil in place, you will have far worse members of the society creating havoc around the country. Having said that, CCTV surveillance in the police stations, where the bulk of the massacre of human rights take place, is one great leap forward, and hopefully we'll have with CCTV. And of course, with CCTV there is the other concern on the other side of the table, which is having so many CCTV cameras around, and you will have a police state where the big brother will be able to watch on you at all points of time and will be able to suppress dissent. Yet, the way the criminal justice system of this country works right now, it is, I feel, all things considered, better to have big brother watching us with a good judiciary in place, which is there, rather than having no surveillance and then the other agents of the state being able to go around with a free hand in whatever they wish to do. There is brutality, there is recording of statements, there is, there is always the fudging of data when it comes to which officer left the police station at what point of time did he reach the particular location where the dispute, the murder, the rape had taken place. At what point of time was the accused person arrested and brought back to the police station? At what point of time was he interrogated? Did anybody come or not? If he had a lawyer who wanted an audience with the accused person, was he given that or not? All of those things will hopefully be taken care of by the order of the Supreme Court if it is actually honored. And I believe at the very least, even with the court coming heavily down upon these people, it will take a good 2 or 3 or 4 years for it to be actually effectively implemented at the one place, the one situation where it is needed the most. Big towns like this one, you still have journalists reaching the spot in a moment's notice. You've got good lawyers running pillar to post. In Delhi, if you are illegally detained, there is always an option with the lawyer or your relatives to approach the magistrate, the duty magistrate, even at 12 in the night. Or maybe the very next day, you approach the Delhi High Court in a writ of habeas corpus. Across this country, I have heard of horrible situations when they say कि भाई गायब कर देते हैं. They literally do it. It's a welcome step, but we've got a long way to go, and hopefully we'll have less of police brutalities, less of the police acting without any fear of repercussions.